Hello again.
All right, let's we got our update here. All right, we're up on stream. Let's play the trailer and see what this is all about. We got City Crawl, the Battle Pass. Exciting. Oh, no, trailer's in a web browser. Let's earn a reward. Whoa. We have a whole new UI here. All right. Achievements. These are all look like city crawl things. Okay. Update notes. All right. Let's go through these real quick here. Might not be that quick. They seem like they're a little lengthy, but let's go through them and talk about what we got here. So, guess I'll read it out. Dota Underlords Season 1. Welcome to Season 1. Dota Underlords is coming out of early access, and today officially marks the beginning of Season 1. With this launch, we've added a ton of content to explore, rewards to earn, a hero, alliance item shakeup, and more. City Crawl. Mama Eep's death has left a power vacuum in White Spire. Take back the city neighborhood by neighborhood, Underlord by Underlord, in the new City Crawl campaign. Win quick street fights and complete in-game challenges to unlock Underlord rewards like new outfits and poster art. Complete puzzles and lord over your friends on the puzzle leaderboard. Oh, that's fun. Reap the rewards with the Battle Pass. Season 1 comes with a full Battle Pass offering over 100 rewards. Play matches and complete challenges to level up your Battle Pass and earn rewards like new boards, map props, wanted poster art, and more. Many rewards can be earned for free, but for full access to all City Crawl content and all 100 rewards on the Battle Pass, players can purchase the Battle Pass for $4.99. Battle Pass is not required to play, nor does it provide any gameplay advantages. Hero, Alliance, and item changes. It's the beginning of a new season, which means that it's time for a roster change. In addition to heroes, both alliances and items are changing. Scrappies and Inventors are leaving, while we're introducing the new Summoner, Vigilant, and Void alliances. The Scrappies and Inventors. Okay. I thought just Scrappy was leaving, so that's interesting. We're also introducing a new type of item that adds an alliance affiliation to the hero that you equip. Hats. We love hats. This is classic Valve here. TF2 all over again. For a full breakdown of everything that's changing gameplay-wise, see the full notes below. So they're bringing back one of a bunch of people's favorite items here in the alliance items. It's interesting that it's only adding one to the alliance. The old, there was some of that in the old versions, and we've got it like in the Bloodbound item, but they were more like global things, like making all summons stronger, things like that. Or like the current Faceless Void Ace effect, that sort of thing, was an alliance item. Returning, or similar to that. Returning players, if you participate in the beta season of Dota Underlords, welcome back. We can't thank you all enough for playing the game, providing feedback, and helping us to make Underlords better. We have a few gifts for you coming into the new season. A Golden Ricky statue, a poster title, and both of the Season 0 maps. Alright, let's update the stream info here. All right. Let's get that on. All right. So, all right. Sorry for all the typing here, guys. All right, let's get back to these patch notes. So, returning players. If you participate in the beta season of Dota Underlords, welcome back. We can't thank you all enough for playing the game, providing feedback, and helping us to make Underlords better. We have a few gifts for you coming into the new season. A Golden Ricky statue, a poster title, and both of the Season 0 maps. This and more about what's changing in the switch from betas detailed in last week's post. It's been an amazing beta season, and we can't wait to get into the game with you all. See you in Whitespire. A little disappointing they didn't have a bonus for maxing out the battle pass, but I can understand they didn't want to make the barrier for entry too low for people who only checked out the beta for an hour or so and didn't level up much. So, selfishly, I'm disappointed, but that makes sense, I think. Okay, so now we're into the gameplay changes. These are the real meat of the patch notes here. Item rounds. The choices for each item round can be re-rolled one time. The 3 choices are blacklisted and will not be possibilities for the reroll. Okay, that's nice. That still keeps it random, but lets you stops it from getting like just really trash options. Especially if you're like kind of pigeonholed into certain items for a certain build or things like that. That's good. In standard, item rounds now come at a quicker pace, every 4 rounds instead of every 5 rounds. That makes sense. Most of the time the games finish around like round 21, 22. So most of the time you don't see the divine rapiers and stuff. They're more rare 5 costs. Or tier 5 items. That makes sense. Ace effects have been removed from the game. That's interesting. Reevaluated may return in a different form at a later date. So I wonder if because they put the alliance items back in, that's part of why. It was kind of awkward. A bunch of the alliances didn't really have good ace effects, and sometimes they like bounce back and forth between game breaking and useless. It was hard. It seems like they had a hard time like finding that nice happy medium, you know. Poison healing reduction increased from 10. Increased. Are they lowering the stat count? Because that seems really strong. Like Anno already like really hard counter stuff. So I wonder if they're changing something about the way he works, because he's so strong against healing comps. Unless, I mean, they have the metrics, but just from playing. Beneficial cells. Cells that are marked as beneficial from an ability such as Drow's Aura, a Knight Alliance bonus, or a Mango should now be working in all cases. Okay, so just some bug fixes. So here's the rotation. The following heroes have been rotated out of the game. Alchemist, Bounty, Clock. Okay. So these are all pretty expected. Sniper's expected, Timber, so all 6 of the scrappies. Enchantress is interesting. And Kunk is interesting. So I didn't find Enchantress, maybe it's just because she's kind of weak in Feast or Famine, but I didn't find her terribly overpowered. Kunk is super strong. I can understand why they want to rework that. They brought Tidehunter in. I guess they only want to have one big AoE stun? No? Because they've still got Faceless. Wonder what cost he is. Probably 4 or 5. The following heroes have been rotated back into the game. See Hero Changes section below for more details. Arc Warden. That's fun. Always enjoyed the Arc Warden shenanigans in beta, filling an entire board. Magnus. Okay, that'll be interesting. I wonder if they kept the Empower, because that was pretty lackluster. I'd love to see one of the other Dota abilities, like Skewer or RP. Luna. That'll be fun to have her back. Wind Ranger. So we got a lot of hunters back. Oh yeah, the equivalent of elves too. Okay. Oh, and Nature's Prophet is probably still a druid and replacing Enchantress. Okay. Una, Wind Ranger, Marana, Tide, Enigma, Nature's Prophet, and Templar Assassin. Okay. Scrappy Adventurer out. The following new alliances have been added. Summoner, Vigilant, and Void. So we lost Elf. We got these 3. The following items have been rotated out of the game. Aeon Disc. Makes sense, it was not very good. Basically a worse version of Aegis and Aegis is pretty lackluster in this game, honestly. Healing Ward, also pretty bad. The following new items have been added to the game. Oh, that's exciting. See item changes. Armlet of Mordigion. Crown of Antlers. I wonder if it's Digin or Digian. Probably Digin. Dragonlance, Caden's Blade, Legbreaker's Fedora, Mango Tree, Mantle of the Flayed Twins, Quelling Blade, and Restore Circlet. So most of these are probably those helm items that they were talking about earlier. Alright, couple Underlord changes. Hopefully he gets nerfed a bit. Let's see. Barrels of Fun, cooldown has been reduced by 3 seconds. That's alright. Happy Hour, reduced by 2 seconds. So just buffing Joel a bit so he gets his abilities off sooner. That makes sense. He's a little weak. No. Attack rate, that's a massive increase in attack. Wow. It's like almost doubled his attack rate. Okay, so they did nerf the poison stacks like I was hoping. And they changed the stun duration. Okay, yeah, that... I mean, it's still really strong, but it's not as strong. And they moved some of his damage down to his personal attack from the stun. I wonder, his spin still seems like it's going to be pretty strong. Hopefully this just means that poison stacks in general only stack that high instead of to 5, because 5 stacks of poison at 15% is like 75% heal reduction, just crushes warlocks and stuff. And that's just like one selection. Seems a little too strong to break entire comps. All right, getting into our heroes. Arc Warden is back, and it's tier 1. That's interesting. All right, so the alliance changed from Primordial Shaman. Shaman is gone, so to Primordial Summoner. Maximum mana changed to 100, so he's not on a timer anymore. He's back to a mana cost for his ability. Max health nerfed a lot. Makes sense. He's going from 4 to 1. Damage nerfed. Damage nerfed. Tempest Double no longer copies equipped items. Now creates a copy of himself the same health. Tempest Double copies can make copies. Alright. So this is the... Looks like the Arc Warden spam strat is back. This is one of the strats everyone loved and hated in standard, like Refresher on Arc Warden or like the mana spam items. So it could be pretty fun. Axe has been changed to an ace, or 12 tier 5. That's very interesting. All right, he got a bunch of changes. Everything buffed, changed to 5, remove the taunt, adds the AoE, and Culling Blade. All right, so interesting. I saw some people talking about this on the forums, wondering if this would happen and hoping for it. So that's very interesting. Really big change. Like X was just a great include in so many comps because the CC, the free CC, the instant you're guaranteed that he's going to be tanky right when you want him to be, which is really nice, obviously, right? So, whoop. Where'd we go here? Sorry about that. No. All right. The accidental alt tab got me here. Clicked outside the box and then lost my mouse. All right, we're back to Bristleback. Anyway, interesting to play Axe. That'll be fun. He's so iconic. So it'll be fun to see him dunking on people. All right, Bristleback is down to tier 2. Health nerfed, but not very much. Tactic nerfed, but not very much. Quill Spray halved. That's reasonable. And yeah, this is fine. I mean, it gives you another awesome tank early. Yeah, that's usable in so many comps. He's not quite as tanky, and he's not quite as high damage, but he was super insane late game, so that makes sense. Like dropping him from 4 to 2, that's a good change, I think. Broodmother. Oh, so we're back to summoners. Like the summoning thing, remove web. Web was nice. It enabled some comps because you could like slow down mage corner stacking and stuff. Broodmother added ability spawn spiderlings. Broodmother injects her young into an enemy unit, dealing 150, 250, 350 damage. If the target is killed, 4, 6, 12 spiderlings will hatch. Spiderlings are untargetable units that deal low damage and have 1 health. So any AoE comp eats them, obviously. But this could be really good. Like, insect bonus is just strong in general. So having more spiderlings, the miss chance is great. The damage is shockingly high. CM bumped back down to tier 1. It's fine. Nerfed a bit. It's fine. She's still going to be... Actually, she's going to get a lot better at tier 1. You'll be able to... She gives me mages a tier 1 option again, other than Razor, so that's nice. Yeah, I think that's okay. Disruptor down to tier 4. Max health nerfed pretty significantly, but he's still brawny. He's brawny Disruptor. He's a lot easier to get. It's okay. Dragon Knight changed from 4 to 5. Damage increased a bit. That's fine. Drow's vigilant up too. Okay. Interesting. Try Alliance Drow. So if Mirana and Windranger are both this Vigilant Alliance too, again, assuming that's the equivalent of the elusive elf or whatever you want to call it, that they took out, then that makes Hunter really strong. Just regardless. Like you could even just go Bristleback and 3 Hunters behind it. That'd be insane. And then getting Vigilant later, assuming it's a 3, would be really good. Enigma rejoins the hero roster. Tier changed from Ace to 3. That also competes with Morph again, unless Morph's changed also. Changed from Primordial Shaman to Void Primordial. Okay. Assuming Void Spirit will be from Void also. Max health nerfed a lot. Okay. Nerfed the attack damage a little bit. Midnight Pulse is awesome. Always target the enemy with the highest max health, slows enemies in the area. Oh, increase the damage. But lower the duration a lot by half. Radius change to 1. Always 3x3. I mean, that's really strong. Really helpful against corner stacking too. Like this is good against mages and stuff. Void Assassin makes sense given his name is Faceless Void. I'm guessing Void Spirit will also be Void. Lone Druid, Savage Druid to Savage Druid Summoner. Makes sense. Luna rejoins the roster. Elusive Knight to Vigilant Knight. Lycan. I think that just makes sense. Lycan alliance changes from Human Savage Hunter to Human Savage Summoner. Okay, so losing Lycan from Hunter sucks, but on the other hand, Hunter was always clogged up with melee and has plenty of other high damage units, so it doesn't really need it. Like you got Terrorblade and Beastmaster and stuff. So, and with the extra Elf Hunters coming back. So Shapeshift once again summon 2 wolves. Damage got nerfed a bit, but it's still gonna be good. Nerfed his health gain by 10% across the board. That's pretty big. Nerfed crit across the board. I mean, okay. Just the Savage. Yeah, it makes sense. They took Hunter off of him, and having the wolves double attack was nuts. Magnus rejoins, so he kept in power. They didn't change any of his spells. Savage Druid. Interesting. More Druid options, and that's another 1-cost Druid. So that's 2. Again, they got rid of Enchantress and brought him back. Medusa. Split shot, extra shots changed to always be 2. That's fine. She was crazy high damage if you ever got her. Mirana comes back. Vigilant. Nature's Prophet comes back. Druid Shaman to Druid Summoner, so he's a Druid again. Is he still 2 cost? Looks like it. Removed Wrath of Nature, so we've got Treants back instead of his alt. Makes sense with the Summoner. Necro. Heartless Warlock Healer. Oh, man. Warlock back on Necro and is awesome. Heal got slapped. Makes sense. He was so strong you could just slap him in with only for Heartless or Healer. You didn't even need the other lines. He was good enough. So making him a little weaker but more versatile is nice. And his alt now, his alt goes off so much. This might even still be too strong because his alt's going to go off and link him, and then all the AoE damage from Death Pulse does a ton. So these Necros may be even better than before. Sand King's more expensive, tankier, does more damage, hit stuns for longer. That's fine. Here's the insect, get a 5 cost, and Savage have a 5 cost. It's fine. There are a lot of Savages, so. Shadow Shaman. Oh, moved up to tier 3, so we only have only Magnus hit 1 cost. Troll Druid to Troll Summoner. Okay, he's not a Druid anymore, so a Serpent. Okay, thank you. Getting the beta rewards, whether I want them or not. So he summons up to 4 Serpent Wards. Max health, nerfed slightly. He doesn't hex anymore, which is nice, honestly. Serpent Wards are fun. Snapfire allows Dragon Venture to Ooh, Snapfire's brawny now? That'll be fun. Be good at a fun addition. Her and... You can maybe even just go brawny, full brawny early. That could be a fun snowball. Oh, you know why they're doing this? They're doing this to... So there's soft counters for the summons, because Brownie just rolls through summons and gets tons of stacks. So I bet you they're doing this to soft counter summons, so people don't complain as much. Can't have people complaining. All right, just a sec here. All right, we still looking good, guys? Yeah, looks all right. Okay, good stuff. Close my preview by accident. Whoops. All right. TA is back. Elf is changed to Vigilant, and Void is added. Okay. Be interesting to see what Void does. Tide's just back. 4 cost Warrior, I guess. Feno changed from Savage Warlock Scaled to Scaled Summoner. Attack damage changed. Lowered. Oh. He gets poison back. Plague Wards also get poison. They nerf the crap out of the damage on Plague Wards, but that makes sense because the poison, the ticking damage, and the heal debuff changed Viper just to poison. Makes sense. Void Spirit down to tier 4, and Void Spirit. Okay, makes sense given his name. Weaver, they just took Scrappy off. Nerf damage a bit. Makes sense. Wind Ranger's back. Vigilant Hunter. Alright, item changes. Alright, so that's some fun. We have some really fun changes here. I think it'll be nice to have Summoners back. Hunter's got a big buff. Brawny is getting kind of set up as a default soft counter to the Summoner builds, or maybe even a hard counter depending on how it goes. We'll see. Alright. New category, hats. Hats are items that add an additional alliance to the equipped unit. Big Time Contract, renamed to Ogre Cap. Tier 1 hat item. Equipped hero is Bloodbound. So we've had this for a long time. It's a fun item. Enables some really crazy builds. We'll see what the other ones do. Armlet of Mordigian, tier 2 offensive item, 90 attack damage, 10 armor. I mean, this is insane. Equipped hero loses 100 health per second. This only really makes sense going with Brawnies, I think. And it's going to be really hit or miss early. I mean, it could be okay with some really high damage, high attack speed guys. It'll be fun to play with. It's going to be really high risk, high reward. Go well with Warlock. Something or some way to heal it back up. Barricade, changed to tier 2, health nerfed. Barricade just, it's okay sometimes, but it's not very fun for me, so I don't know. The contraptions need some work. The taunt dummy's pretty fun, but the rest of them that they've tried, Crown of Antlers, tier 3 hat item. Equipped hero is a hunter, so that's awesome. You can just make anything a hunter. Dragon Lance, tier 2 ranged item. Plus 20 attack damage, hero has unlimited range. Ranged only. I mean, that turns anything into a sniper. That's really good on things with long range ults, short attack range too, or just high damage in general. That'll be fun. Hand of Midas changed to tier 3, that's a good change. I would take it over most tier 3 items regardless. Caden's Blade, tier 4 offensive item. Instead of their normal damage, equipped hero's attack deals 7% of the target's max health as pure damage. I could see this being good if you have... You're gonna want to put this on like Veno or a hunter that has low damage and really high attack speed like Weaver. This would be great on Weaver. This might just become the Weaver item. Legbreaker's Fedora. Equipped hero is a Brute, tier 3. That could be nice. The Brute bonus is great, especially the Legion getting it. Mango Tree. Tier 3 contraption. They've been adding this and playing with this in actual Dota recently. Nobody likes it, but at the start of combat and every 2 seconds afterwards, the mango tree throws a mango up to 2 cells away. Any unit that touches a mango eats it to gain 50 mana and 100 health. 1,000 health. So, I mean, you just put this if you're like corner stacking mages is the only time you really want it. You don't want it any time when you're going to have opposing units that are going to be eating your mangoes, because it says any unit. So, Mantle of the Flayed Twins, tier 2 hat. Equipped here is a Deadeye. That could be fun. Nice. I think I'm going to like all these items situationally. It just makes it so you can have a little more variety in your like hero pool and still make your alliances. That's fun. Hopefully none of them are too OP, but we'll see. Quelling Blade, tier 2 offensive item, 25 attack damage. Equipped hero will prefer to attack summoned units. Attacks against summoned units crit for 200% damage. Okay, so that's just anti-summon. You're probably going to take that most of the time. There's going to be a summoner in every game, and it's always good because it's just straight 25 attack damage. It's like almost a broadsword at worst, which isn't useless. Ooh, Restore Circlet, tier 3 hat item. Oh, it looks like they're getting some server hiccups. Luckily, hopefully it doesn't kick us, but I think we're in the game, so we're good. Yeah, equipped hero is a demon. That's going to be awesome. Any high damage, low cooldown ult that's going to be so good on. The extra 50% pure damage that just goes through armor and magic resist is really nice. So steroids on your carries are always fun. Target buddy changed to tier 2. Armor reduced, health reduced. That's fine. So we've got 2 contraptions at tier 2. They did add a bunch of stuff to the pool. It's a little clogged up. Bloodbound. Old. When a Bloodbound unit dies, it gives plus 125% attack damage. In addition to any existing Bloodbound unit bonus it has to a random friendly Bloodbound unit. New, when a bloodbound unit dies, all bloodbound units gain plus 125 attack damage. So this is kind of like a mix between the previous version of Bloodbound, where everyone would just get their damage doubled when a Bloodbound unit died. So it won't scale quite as hard, but it'll be more consistent than the like pre 1.0 version. Summon units now only count as a quarter of a kill for purposes of Brawny. I mean, that makes sense. Brawny would get super massive off summon units and then roll people who weren't as strong. Deadeye. Only need one Deadeye. Huh. So all you need is the hat, and it puts... That's really interesting. That's good. On like a long-range character, just for finishing people off. That's really nice. Unit required, it's 2-4 and 2550. That's nice. That makes it easier to just splash healers. I don't know if there's not going to be many situations where you'd go 4 healers unless they just keep showing up. Did it show what the new... didn't show what the new alliances do. Unless I missed it earlier. Alright, Knight, minor nerf. That's fine, that's just reverting to a previous thing. Savage, old. Allied Savage units gain plus 5, 10, 20 attack damage each time they land an attack on an enemy or cast a damaging spell. New, Allied Savage units, all allied heroes, and all allied units. Okay, so this is going back to the early beta flat damage increase. This seems really strong, especially with summoners. We'll see how it goes. Interesting. All right, let's see. Did they show us the new alliances? No. Strange. Okay. Rulebook. Alliances. Vigilant. Whenever an enemy unit casts a spell, allied vigilant units, all allied units, target that enemy if it is within their range. Not super into that. I mean, it's nice to have target firing, especially because a bunch of them are hunters. But it's going to be after the unit gets a spell off, so it's like there's times when this is going to be really bad, like Nyx Assassin jumps in to range, Spot Pop, Spiked Carapace, they all turn, hit it, get stunned, and die. So, little disappointed with this. On the other hand, there's going to be times when it's really good, like Shadow Fiend or long cast time spells people are going to get gibbed. So I don't know, we'll see. Voids, all allied heroes have 40% chance to deal an additional 5% of the target's max health as pure damage. Okay, so we got 2 assassins here, so... interesting. Okay. Oh, and Summoner. Allied summon units gain 20-40% damage, and that's a 2 or 4. Alright, well, that's a lot to take in. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fun for first little while. I think people are going to start getting really salty about the summon units pretty soon, but